My video about how a UPS store employee made my Leica M11P Safari disappear kind of went insane. Today I'm going to share what has happened over the past 2 weeks since I made that video and where things are right now. Because you can obviously see a nice green camera on my desk. Yes, the return of the green. Let's jump in. So I had the UPS store corporate office reach out because of that video that I did. They said their PR department found it and then sent it to their care team who reached out to me. They offered their help to do a full investigation, and then they asked me if they were able to resolve the issue if I would take my video down, and I said no. You can't have 60,000 people unsee a video, and I did tell them it would be better to make a new video and explain like what happened next. So that's been going on with the UPS store. And as I shared in my last video, I'm gonna be pursuing this situation until there is a resolution that feels right to me. Now I wanna clarify a few things about the last video that I think some people missed because I read the comments and I know some people missed them. The first thing is that I have a receipt from the store. The store did take the camera, I bought the label, I have a receipt, I have the tracking number receipt, I have all of that. It's just that the camera never got onto the truck. So somewhere between the counter and the 5 p.m. pickup that day, the camera disappeared. And that's just a fact. So I do have, obviously, the receipt and the tracking receipt and all that stuff like that. I have all of that. The second thing I just wanted to make you guys aware of is that PPA, as I shared in my last video, that's Professional Photographers of America, who insures all of my gear. They quickly resolved the issue for me and they sent me a check for the lost camera. But that said, I have not cashed the check yet. In fact, I have it right here. I haven't cashed it yet because I'm waiting on the UPS store to do the right thing and either compensate me for the stolen camera and fund a replacement. Like I want it to come from them and not from my own insurance. So I'm sitting on this check until I have some resolution in that regard. This check is like literally my insurance policy. It's my last resort. And of course, an insurance claim isn't settled until that check is cashed. So as of right now, I could cancel this claim at any time if the UPS store steps up and makes things right. Now, before we talk about what has happened next to get this camera here onto my desk, let me invite you to subscribe to this channel. I promise it is not normally drama. I'm a Bay Area photographer. I love intentional, slow-paced creativity. And if that resonates with you, then join the channel and check those links below. Okay, so here's what has happened to get this camera onto the desk. Now, as you may recall, my prior Safari had a broken frame selector and it was sent to Leica, and they sent me an M11P camera, the black one, as a loaner while I was getting this one repaired. So I've had that camera now for several weeks. And it's about to go back to them, but guess what? It's not going back via UPS. Now, the next thing I'm gonna say here is just 100% speculation and hearsay. But I mean, it's pretty obvious that the Safari is not a permanently in production camera, that they're going to make some limited number of them and then they're gonna move on. And that's a completely normal product cycle. But obviously, there's going to be less Safaris than produced like say black or silver M11Ps. Now, I've heard some say that they're making them like through the summer and then stopping production. I've heard other people who are like close to the brand tell me it was gonna be limited to around 2,000 units. And again, this is all just hearsay. They might make 50,000 of these, I have no idea. But because of the hearsay, I went ahead and asked Wayne at Leica San Francisco if they could source another M11P Safari for me, and they were able to get one very quickly. I let it sit at the store for about a week, and then I went over and I picked it up just because I have some really important things going on this fall. And honestly, guys, I just need my life to get back to normal. This Safari on my desk here is a replacement that I got from Leica San Francisco, and a big thanks to Wayne and the team there for making it happen. Now, you may also notice this lens on the camera. I actually picked up this lens before my last Safari was stolen. I just hadn't talked about it or made a video yet. And now that we're getting back to normal, I cannot wait to share with you how my all-time favorite lens, which is a 35 Summilux FLE, compares to the 35 Summilux steel rim. And just pure confession here, I bought this lens because of its size. Like it's so tiny compared to the FLE. Finally, because the first Safari shipped without a battery, because that's how Leica takes their repairs, no battery, I have the original battery from my original Safari, which means now I have 2 green batteries. And so I guess we could say that's the silver lining. So where do we go from here? Well, I'm planning to reimburse my business because everything I do with my photography world, the gear that I have, how I operate, it's all part of my photography business. And I very much plan to reimburse my business for this camera, either with resolution from the UPS store or having to cash this insurance check. I have like the date when I have to do that by, but right now I'm in no rush because I'm giving some time for the UPS store to come to the table and do the right thing. Though I don't really expect them to, I do want to give them that opportunity. The biggest thing for my own personal sanity is just getting back to normal and getting into my next chapter, because I got some really, really big projects in the next few months, and I'm like big things happening. I'm super stoked and fortunate to be part of, and I can't wait to tell you about them. I, for my own sanity, just needed to get back to a normal operation and just can't live week to week just in like this drama around this stolen camera. Now, the original Safari is out there somewhere. It does exist. And there is a link in my description right below to all of the info about that camera, photos of it, the serial number, descriptors. And if you see anything pop up, there's a way on that link to let me know, and also just call your local police and report it. And the absolute best way to get current, real-time information is to follow my Instagram, because if anything develops, I'm posting it in real time on my stories. So be sure to give the Instagram a follow. It's right below. So the good news here is that we are going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming around here, and it's going to be a wild few months. And honestly, guys, I'm barely ready, but stay tuned. Boom. All right, I think I'm done.